While in India, I came across this social media posting. Someone who identified himself as a Muslim listed a number of atrocities that have been done to the Christian community there. Many attacks on Christian festivals, destruction of the churches, and so on. And they were true incidents. In fact, lately there have been growing cases of attacks on Christian institutions, churches, and their celebrations in India. But the part of India I went to, Kerala, is quite safe. They didn't have that kind of problem, but that's not the case with the rest or most part of India. And this man who did the posting couldn't believe that the Christians are not reacting to these atrocities. He said in his post, "How long are you Christians going to wait before you come out and take revenge on them? If you come out, I and my community will be behind you to teach them a lesson." And it shows how amazed he was that the Christian response is very different to what he was expecting. You know, there were terrible things happening in India. Many years ago, in 1999, Graham Staines, one of the Australian missionaries in India, was burned to death while he and two of his sons were sleeping in a car. His wife happened to be away, therefore she was spared. What would be one's reaction to such kind of terrible cruelty? The assassins put hay on the vehicle and lit fire. But when his wife, Gladys, was approached, her response was, "I forgive the killers of my husband and my sons." People could not believe it. She went one more step further and said, "I will stay back in India and continue the mission I came here for, the mission my husband and my sons were engaged in." More recently, there was another case where Sister Rani Maria was brutally assassinated in front of a packed bus full of people. She was brutally stabbed so many times, all because she was working to uplift the downtrodden in that part of India. How could the family, her sister, who was another nun in that area, and her own parents could take it? You know what happened? Following the spirit of mission, her sister had, Rani Maria's own sister, went to the assassin in a jail and told him, "I forgive the atrocity you did to my own sister." Her own parents went to jail and they kissed the hands of the assassin and said, "We forgive you." And this kind of stories really persuades people. The Hindu fanatics wanted to stir the minds of the people, bring unrest there so that they can capitalize on the Hindu votes, which is the majority there. They burned around, or they attacked the Christians so many times, like 300 such incidents were reported in just 9 months. Yet they could not stir up the Christian community to create any chaos. Now, where does the Christian community get the strength, courage, and enlightenment to react the way they have been doing? Not retorting, not taking revenge, rather telling them that we love you, we forgive you, we want you to know the mercy of God. They were getting that from the very word of God, from Jesus' teaching. Jesus said, "I say this to you who are listening, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who treat you badly." When Luke was writing this, the community then had the fresh memories of Roman imperial power persecuting Christians, throwing them to the wild animals, killing them, chasing them, and Nero burning them alive on the streets, all kinds of atrocities. To them, Luke told this, reminding them of what Jesus taught them. "I say this to you who are listening, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you." Yes, our natural tendency when we are attacked is to take revenge in the name of self-protection. We think that's the only way, but Jesus and the gospel shows us a different way that is much more powerful, much more effective, that would win over the opponent, the enemies, that will not destroy the peace of your mind, that will help you to continue to live a life to the fullest, not in fear, not in a sense of guilt, not in darkness, but a life that will be praised by everyone, a life that will be blessed by God in that way, a life where you see that your reward is measured out to you in abundance, where there is no expectation of human thankfulness. The only concern is that to show the nature of God to which you are called to share. And God's very nature is love, mercy, and compassion. And we can do it. So many examples of people who bravely did it, and we see from those incidents how their life became fuller in spite of the terrible atrocities they get to face. So, my dear friends, the gospel is teaching us a great truth. It is not weakness to forgive others. It is not brave to retort and take revenge. It is the opposite. Only the fearful will try to fight back that way. So let's be wise enough and let's be godly, and let's be true to our faith and live a life that is worthy to make us be called or make us children of God, sons and daughters of God. God bless you. Thank you.